Hello guys, this is Amosdoll Music, and in today's lesson I'm going to teach you how to play Resurrections from the Celeste soundtrack. It's one of my personal favorites. It's not difficult, it sounds awesome, and there's actually like an easy way to learn it with chordal patterns. Okay, give you a preview, it goes like this, check it out. Repeats, etc. Okay, but anyway, there are 4 main patterns repeated twice each time. It's actually not as hard as you think it is. It's really simple. Okay, so every pattern has a 4-note chord arpeggio played twice. Yeah, and then it's actually really easy, super easy. Okay, so like left hand has 2 and the right hand has 2 every single part. Okay, there are 4 parts here. So the first part played twice goes like this. Okay, so the left hand, we have A minor major 7 chord, which what this means, this chord is A, C, E, G sharp. Okay, and this is the 4-note chord that you play 2 times. Okay, so it goes, you arpeggiate from the lowest note to the highest note. So it just goes, that's it for the left hand for the first part. Easy, right? Okay, so remember, A minor major 7, because if it's A minor 7 is this, major 7 is the sharp, the 7 like that, the G sharp. Okay, so yeah, pretty easy. Remember this pattern because this pattern applies to all the other parts as well, but with different chords. Okay, so for the first part, the left hand is A minor major 7, arpeggio played twice. Like that. Okay, the left hand we have 2 chords here. It's same, it's also 4-note chords, but they're 2 different 4-note chords. First one is C augmented 5th, which is C, E, G sharp, C. And then the second chord is E augmented 5th, which is, okay, E, G sharp, and then C, and then an extra E at the top, like that. Okay, and then you play that like that. Okay, so what you do for this second part, well, not second part, the right hand goes like this. Okay, so the right hand, it goes arpeggiate from the lowest to the top for the C augmented 5th chord. And then for the second chord, this is a little bit different. You don't arpeggiate it the same way. You do it from the highest note and then back down to the lowest note, and then next note, and then high, low, next note, like that. Okay, so yeah, if we treat the chord as 1 on this, 2 on this, 3 on this, on 4 on this, it would be 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3. That's the pattern. Okay, so yeah, the right hand is a little bit complicated, a little bit more complicated, but for the pattern, remember this specific pattern because every single part is always the same pattern. Okay, where the first chord on the right hand, it arpeggiates from the lowest note to the top, so that's C augmented 5th, lowest note to the top, and then the second chord E augmented 5th would do that 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 kind of pattern. Okay, yeah. Okay, if you don't want to get confused with that, you can even do the fingering like a bit more easier to remember. Okay, it's just like that. Like that, okay? Pretty easy, okay? So, putting the 2 hands together for this first part just goes like this. You play the left hand first 4 notes by itself, just goes. And then the second time you play the left hand, the right hand joins in together, like that. And then at the end, the right hand, the second chord just plays by itself. Like that, so super easy. But everything has to be continuous, so no break, so it's like this. Like that, and you repeat it for 2 times every single time for every of this particular parts that we're learning. And that's it for the first part. Okay, so remember all these patterns we learned because in all the other parts it's actually the exact same pattern but with different chords. Okay, so check it out. The next part, it will be a lot easier. Check it out. So okay, so using the same pattern, the left hand we have 2 chords, okay, which is the same chord. It's this time it's C major second inversion, which is G, C, E, G. Okay, so remember that. Play this for 2 times and you arpeggiate it from the lowest to the top for 2 times. And then the right hand we have 2 chords. It's C major, which is C, E, G, C. And then the second chord, where we do that interesting other pattern, it's the first inversion of C major, which is E, G, C, E, like that. Okay, and you do that for that same kind of like pattern. Okay, where for the first chord, the C major on the right hand goes arpeggio upwards, and then the second chord you do that 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 pattern for 2 times like that. Okay, and applying the same pattern as the first part, it would just be played like this, where the left hand starts off with the first 4 notes by itself, arpeggiating upwards, and then the second time you do it with the left hand, the right hand joins in, and then it continues with the other chord on the right hand, da 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 da, like that, and then you repeat that again for the second time, because every single part you play it for 2 times, and you just do it again, so continuous like this, like that. See? Once we learn that first part pattern, it's the exact same pattern but just with different chords, where the left hand here is 2 second inversion C major chords, and the right hand, the other chords is C major and the first inversion C major. Okay, so pretty easy just by learning it this way. Now, okay, moving on to the third part. Third part, same chord, like the same pattern but with different chords again. Left hand, the chords we have is F major 7, which is F, A, C, E. Okay, and so you play this F major 7 for 2 times. You arpeggiate upwards like this. That's the left hand, okay? And then the right hand, the 2 chords, same thing. 4 note chords, A minor, which is A, C, E, A. And then the second chord is first inversion A minor, which is C, E, A, C. And then the same thing, where the first chord you arpeggiate upwards, and then the second chord you do the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 for 2 times like that. Pretty easy, right? Okay, and putting the 2 hands together, same pattern as the other parts we've learned, just goes left hand first with the first 4 notes. Second time you play the left hand 4 notes, right hand joins in, and then the other pattern at the end, just like that. And you repeat it for 2 times, so you repeat it again. Nice and continuous like that for the third part, okay? So it's getting easier and easier, it's just a matter of learning the chords, okay? Now moving on to the fourth and last part, this pattern, the left hand, we have E major chord, which is E, G sharp, B, E. Play this for 2 times. So you do that same pattern where you arpeggiate from the lowest to the top 2 times. Yeah, and then the right hand, we have the 2 chords, first inversion of E major, which is G sharp, B, E, G sharp, and then second inversion of E major, which is B, E, G sharp, B. So with those 2 chords in mind, using the pattern, the lowest to the top pattern, and then the next chord with the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 pattern. Okay, and you do the same thing as the other parts. Start off with the left hand 4 notes, and then once you do the left hand again, right hand joins in, and then the other chord for that 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 pattern. Yeah, and you play it for 2 times, nice and smooth and continuous like this. And that's it. Super easy, see? Once we learn the patterns, it's actually very, very easy, okay? So recapping all 4 parts, it would just be played like this. You can play it with pedal to make it more like, I guess, mysterious, okay? It's pretty awesome. I really like this. Okay, it goes like this. Check it out. Repeat it. Etc. Okay, so yeah, pretty easy once we learn the patterns. If you learn it by like sheet music, it might be a lot harder, but with these chord patterns and telling you that every single part is where just the left hand has a particular chord arpeggiated upwards twice, and the right hand has 2 chords with 2 arpeggio patterns, it's like way easier to learn, okay? But hope you enjoyed this lesson, okay? If you like these step-by-step piano tutorials, make sure to check out the rest of my channel, because literally I have multiple thousands and thousands and thousands of these videos for you to enjoy and learn from, so most likely you can find your favorite song to learn on my channel. Also check out my other Celeste soundtrack tutorials that I've made, so you can learn it for yourself as well. Yeah, check out my website bestpianomethod.com to learn more piano from me. As for now, enjoy time around my channel and see you next time. Tell me in the comments what you want me to cover or teach next, or use my services to guarantee a priority custom song request. For more information on all my other piano mastery courses, sheet music, and books, check out the links in the description or visit my website bestpianomethod.com.